is Deborah, and this is my channel, Stitch the Stash. Today is Sunday, September 22nd. It is around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If this is your first time checking me out, my channel is all about cross-stitch, and occasionally I will throw in some quilting, some knitting, and some book reviews. And I hope you enjoy. I am actually in a different location today. I am in our small back bedroom, which is the slash craft room slash office. I almost was not going to record today because the day has just gotten away from me. The weekend actually has gotten away from me. But I checked the light back here and it seems to be pretty okay. So I said, why not? Let me go ahead and knock something out real quick since it's been 3 weeks since I've last spoken with you. Maybe next time I do an update, we'll be back out in the big room. Right now my husband's out there with a sleeping Shana in his lap. So I said, okay, laundry's on, you're entertained, let's go ahead and knock this out. So what have I been up to for the past 3 weeks? Oh, also disclaimer, there's a window right on the other side with me and it's open, so you're going to hear probably all kinds of street noise, people talking. It is the back of the house, but it still can be very noisy. Okay, so 3 weeks. What have I been up to? I believe the last time I spoke with you, it had been just before Labor Day here in the United States. So what have I been up to? I've been doing a ton of stitching. We have September 11th has passed. My father's 80th birthday was the other day, and we've had a big ordeal recently going on with Chloe. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that on Friday she had to have dental surgery, and she is a very frightened little kitty, especially since she spent the first 6 to 8 months of her life out on the street. So getting her in her carrier is quite the ordeal, and I had to go to work and leave. My husband was going to drop her off at the vet on his way into the office. So I thought, let's go ahead and put her in her carrier while you have my help, because sometimes she goes and hides under the bed, and once she does that, it's a big ordeal to get her out. And so we did, and we left her in her soft carrier on the bedroom floor while my husband continued to get ready. She only needed to be in it for about 10 minutes before they left to go to the vet. I'm halfway to work. I get a text message from my husband. She has escaped the carrier and is under the bed. And again, follow me on Instagram. You can see the ordeal that it was to get her out from under the bed. She was very scared. She was very frightened. She howled all the way. Long story long, she is fine. She ended up having to have 3 teeth extracted. I worried about her all day long, like any fur parent does. I was in tears when I left her. I was in tears when I heard that she escaped and her carrier, and was so stressed out and so upset. But she's fine now. She has recovered. She's doing well. The vet did say that the remaining teeth that she has looks really good, but unfortunately, because she suffers from tooth reabsorption, he does not know what causes it, and it could happen to the rest of her teeth. So hopefully here on out she will not have to go through any of this until she's a senior kitty, because she'll be 3 years old in December, roughly. Alright, so that's enough about my kitty cat and my little life update. Alright, so what do I have for you today? I have a finish, I have whips, I have new starts, I have retail therapy, and at the very end of this video, I will have a giveaway for you, so make sure you stick around for that. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do have a finish for you this week. It's just one finish this time, and what is it? It is February Wordplay by With Thy Needle and Thread, and it is all done. I stitched this on a 28 count Joblin in the color Clay Marbled, and I started this last year during Mania on May 5th, and I finished this on September 14th, and this is a $10 Stitch from Stash credit. And I did use all of the called for colors. The only changes that I made were February is in the color Buckeye Scarlet, and I decided February, all the words were actually supposed to be in one of two brownish colors, and I decided that I loved the color Buckeye Scarlet, so I changed the word February to be in that color, and then I decided that to balance it out, I would change two other words, which ended up being Valentine and Hearts. And the only other change that I made was the gentleman's shoes are in one color, and then the ladies' shoes, which are 8 stitches, was supposed to be in another color that was not used throughout the rest of the pattern. And I was like, I am not opening up a skein, a brand new skein, just to do 8 stitches. So I just stitched her shoes in the same color as the gentleman's shoes. But I absolutely love this, and I'm so glad it is finally done. Now it's time for my works in progress, and I have quite a few to show you this week, simply because it's been 3 weeks. I've been busy with magical stitches because it rules my life, so there's a lot of stitching that happened. The first project that I worked on is housed in one of my Love You More Co Studio sleeves. Absolutely love it, and I think everything but 1 or 2 projects are housed in these. And the pattern is Love One Another by Little House and Needleworks. I started this during Mania last year, and it is one of my projects that I want to finish this year. This is where it was the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count Joblin in the color Lamb's Wool, and this is where it's at right now. I have got quite a bit done on it. That lion is almost finished. I just have one more color to add to its mane and ears. All the words are done. I have to finish this flower off over here. The little sheepy I started working on towards the end of this week, and its body's almost done. I just have to do its little face and ears, and then there's another vine that goes across the bottom with a flower. So once all that stitching's done, it will be a finish, and I'm hoping over the next week or 2 I will have this done. Super cute, but I'm ready for it to be an FO. My next project is housed in my So Much to Love a Geranium bag. Absolutely love this bag. It's one of her big bottom ones. It can fit 11 by 11 Q-snap in it. Love it. But what is in it? It houses Pretty Little San Francisco by Satsuma Street. I started this during Mania last year also. I'm hoping to get it finished. It will not be finished this year, but hopefully early next year. But I've been putting a lot of stitches on it. This is where it was the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count Lugana. It's dyed by Silk Weaver, and it's in the color Autumn Blush, and this is where I'm at. I have used this for so many magical stitches, homework, extra credit, ultimate. Where you saw it last was minimal compared to what I've had done now. Words, I'm trying to find my words, it's late in the afternoon. I have actually probably put in, I have put in like 2,600 stitches. So I have gone all the way over to this edge, and I've worked my way up. So now I just need to fill in the center, and there's another building right here. So, and then I have to finish this off. This definitely, like I said, will not be done this year because it's a lot of stitches. It is full coverage once you get into the nitty-gritty here, and it's a lot of dense stitching. But I was at a point where I just did not want to put it down, so I've made a lot of progress with it. So who knows where it will be at by the end of this year, but like I said, I'm hoping closer to a finish, but I expect to finish it early next year. Next up is in another Love You More Co Studio sleeve. This is the Daily Prophet. Love it. What is in it? It is, I Want a Black Cat by Chantilly. Adorable little pattern. I just love this cat right here. White cat that she's painting black. I probably pointed that out the last time I showed this to you, but love it. This is where it was at the last time I showed it to you. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen in the color Stormy Night. And this is where I'm at with it. I have gotten quite a bit done on it. The stack of books are done, the owl is in, I started the word Halloween, I finished the paint bucket minus the back stitching. I came over here and started stitching on the chair. There really isn't a whole lot of stitching left to finish this. I say that like I'll have it finished next week. Won't happen. But I definitely want to have this finished this year. My only dilemma is the placement of the H. It is actually 2 stitches down and 1 stitch over to the border, and it actually should be up closer to the A. When I counted over where I needed to start it, I was 2 stitches too far down on the owl, and I didn't realize it. And I have it in, and I'm just, originally I wasn't going to pick it out and put it where it belonged. I have to see how I feel about it once I get the rest of the word Halloween in. Right now I feel like it is a little too obvious that it's not where it's supposed to be, but we shall see. It won't be that bad to have to pull out and restitch. It's probably maybe 50, 60 stitches. But that's where I'm at with this. Absolutely love it. It's going to come out to play for an extra credit assignment this month, so I'll get another 500 stitches in it in the next few weeks. The next project I worked on is Geranium by Nora Corbett. I have not worked on her in forever. She came out for, I believe, homework assignment last week as a bonus project. I had to work on something that dazzled me, and she has krennic and beads, so she certainly dazzles me. And I'll tell you what, stitching on her made me say to myself, why have I not touched her in what feels like forever? I have her housed in a Bitsy Bob flip. As you can see, I still need to bobbinate, but this is what I have her housed, and I have all the beads and the krennic, and I'm showing you the pattern in the little pocket in the back. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 28 count cashel linen dyed by Silk Weaver in the color Cinnamon Roll. And here is where I'm at with her. I decided I needed to put in 200 stitches, so I went ahead and pulled out the pinks and started working more on her dress. As you saw in the previous picture, I had already had the red part of her dress there, so I decided to do some fill-in, and I love her. There's like some empty spots that you might see. That's where beads will go. But she's going to come out for homework this week, and I'm going to put 500 stitches in on her, so she'll get a little bit more progress. I was hoping originally that I'd have her done by the end of this year, because I do want to start another, I want to start a memorabilia at the end of January, but I don't want to start that until she is done, so that probably won't happen, but you know, goals. Nothing wrong with having goals. So that's where I'm at with her. And my next project is housed in this I Love You More Studio Co sleeve that I won from Michelle Bendy. She had an auction for it. I won it, so now her and I are bag twins. And what do I have inside is none other but Alice's Mad Plant by Michelle Garrette Bendy Stitchy. Love this pattern. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 36 count linen dyed by Luminous Fiber Arts in the color Indigo. And this is where I'm at with it. I actually put in 500 stitches on it yesterday for an extra credit assignment, and I plan on putting another 500 stitches in it for another extra credit assignment. But I absolutely love this. The color of the fabric is very accurate in this one, coming from this window lighting. I'm having so much fun stitching on it. This was my first time stitching on 36 count linen, and it made me fall in love with it. I am using 1 thread over 2, so it's 1 over 2, and super cute. And I am using all the called for DMCs except for the red. The red is a Victorian motto shop in the color Vampire Red. All right. So hopefully the next time you see it, it'll be either finished or closer to a finish. Wouldn't that be nice? My next whip is housed in another Love You More Studio Co sleeve. I love this one. It reminds me of fall. Fall leaves, gorgeous colors. And I am stitching on, it's out of Blackbird Designs and Friendship's Way book. And it is, let me see if I can find, Button Box by Blackbird Designs. Absolutely love this. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen. It is dyed by Barbarall Creations and it is in the color Brick Dust. And this is where I'm at with it. It's getting a little blown out. The color is actually deeper than what it's showing on screen. But I pulled this out for an ultimate and I only needed 35 stitches on it to complete an ultimate assignment in magical stitches. An ultimate assignment in magical stitches is 1,000 stitches on a project, and the project I had used for this one task, I didn't have enough stitches. I had finished the project. It was actually February that I finished, and I needed 35 stitches, and so this project met the task. I put in 35 stitches. However, this week's homework is coming out to play for 3 assignments and it's going to get 800 stitches. So it's going to get a lot of love this week. So I'm super excited about that. My last whip is being housed in this Diddly Daddle Designs bag. I love these black poofy kittens with these pumpkins. Super adorable. I have my Witch by Lottie Da housed in it. Super love it. I started this for my birthday. This was my birthday Sal project that I chose. This is where it was at the last time you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen by Color and Cotton in the color chalkboard. Oh no, Onyx. In the color Onyx. And this is where I'm at with it. I actually was stitching on this morning. I'm using it for an extra credit assignment and I had put in 500 stitches. I'm going to use it for another extra credit assignment, so it's going to get another 500 stitches before the end of October. But this is where I'm at. I'm off the border and I started this little snaky design down here and I have my first mouse. Absolutely adorable. I love it. And my needle minder is from House of Mang when she had put out her Hocus Pocus trio collection. I snatched one up. Yep, I'm super excited to get this back out. I love how the threads are stitching up with variegation. I believe I said last time I decided to stitch the outer border and go all the way around, and then I stitched the inner border all the way around, and I really love how the variegation and the threads are lining up. So yes, this is going to get some more love, and I decided that I want to have this project finished before my birthday next year. So this will be a finish before my birthday next August because I want to start something new. Right? Okay, so that is all of my whips. Let's move on to new starts. So I've had 2 new starts since the last time I saw you. The last time we spoke, I said I was going to be having a new start over Labor Day weekend. I have it housed in my custom order Bitsy Bob from That's So Calico. And I was talking about starting Tired Trio by Plum Street Samplers. and myself and a few other people on Instagram are stitching this together. The hashtag that I gave it is STS Tired Trio Sal. Super adorable. If you have this pattern, please join us. It's an open-ended sal, so there's no rush to finish it. When I started it, I did not know how long it would take me to stitch it, and I thought I won't finish it before next year. So I am stitching it on a 36 count linen. It is pictured this plus in the color opal, and this is where I'm at with it. Yep, I have been going to town on it. I started it, it sat for a couple of weeks, and then this past week I used it for all of my homework and magical stitches, which is 1,000 stitches. And prior to that, I used it for an ultimate, which is 1,000 stitches. So that's 2,000 stitches that this little project has gotten during the past week. I will be using it for another ultimate, but I do not believe there's 1,000 stitches left in it. But this will be finished sooner rather than later. I could have technically continued to work on it this weekend because I finished all my homework on Friday, so I had 2 days available to stitch on whatever I wanted. But I decided to put this to the side and work on some other projects that's been calling my name. But I love it. And I did do my own color conversion for the flowers, except for the center of the flowers. It is the called for color, but then the darker pink that you see in these flowers, that is a not color cotton. It's a classic Colorworks in the color Strawberry Parfait, and then the lighter pink is a color and cotton in the color Taffy, and then there is a little small one stitch border that goes around the center of the flowers, and I did change that to DMC color 23. Is the palest pink, and it is one of the new DMC colors. But I'm super thrilled with how this is looking right now. And yes, my sloth's face are faceless, and that is because part of them are stitched 1/1, and I've been stitching on this at night, and I did not want to do 1/1 stitching on 36 count at night when my eyes are tired. So I am saving them for last, for when I have daylight, like on the weekend, so I can really see what I'm doing. But aren't they adorable? Love them. And I have one last final project. It was my second new start. It is housed in this Love You Morco Studio sleeve. Surprise, surprise. I love this little planetary one. The project I am stitching on is Arranging Tools by Ink Circles. I decided to go ahead and start this because this will be a Christmas present if I can get it done. I am stitching it on the called for fabric, which is a 30 count Weeks Dye Works linen in the color Baby's Breath. The color itself is not the called for. I believe, because I ordered it from 123 Stitch and they did not have the called for, but this is what they had paired with the pattern when you go to kit it all up. And this is where I'm at with it. I am using all the DMC conversions. I'm not using the fancy floss colors. I figured because of the little small motifs, I did not need to see any variegation in anything. It is just little tools that are going to be hanging up on the wall. So I started it and probably put in over 200 stitches, and then I put another 100 stitches in it last night. And I think this is going to stitch up very quickly because I find anything that has small little motifs is like little finishes, and they go quickly. So that is all of my stitching. Let's move on to retail therapy. All right, retail therapy. What have I purchased during the past 3 weeks? Well, first of all, let's go over my Victorian Motto thread clubs for the month. They came in, so let me go ahead and show them to you. First up are the limited editions. Super, super pretty. Love them. This is pretty true to color in this light. adorable. And then these are the primitives. Yep, again, true to color. Yep, true to color. I also received my Under the Sea Fabrics monthly club pieces, and I forgot to show last time my July piece, and I thought I'd had it. I'm like, oh no, I hadn't received it yet, and then when I was done with the video, I found it, so here it is. I do get a 32 count linen, and this is the color Selkie. It's a gorgeous neutral. Yep, that's pretty accurate right there. And then for August was Hera, which that's a little, yeah, that's actually kind of pretty accurate. Maybe a little brighter on screen than it is in person. Super love them. So that's what I received from Under the Sea Fabrics for the past 2 months. I had an order from Threads Entwined. I went ahead and purchased Michelle Bendy's 2 new patterns. This is her Hildy's Brew, and then this is her Noel. I love that little red cup. I love myself a hot chocolate from Starbucks in the winter, so that is super cute. And then super adorable Hildy. I can't wait to stitch her up. And then I needed another thread for a different project, so that's there. And then I decided to go ahead and get Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. And I have been eyeing this for a very, very long time. I do not want to stitch it all as one piece. I do not want to stitch every single block. So what I decided to do is I'm going to stitch the individual blocks by themselves and probably have them as little pillow finishes. But yeah, I did not know when I would start this. However, I watched Rachel from Fantasy Stitches here on FlossTube. I watched her latest update video, and she showed this, and she is contemplating having this as her birthday start next month. So I promptly let her know that I have it, and I'm going to start this in honor of her birthday. I haven't decided which block yet, but we will see. I placed several orders with 123 Stitch as I needed things. So I have a bunch of floss here. I've kitted up several projects that I want to start over the next, end of this month into October, November. So I've got some thread. I have the Threadworks color that I need for Michelle Bendy's Hildy's Brew. I have a 32 count Belfast linen in the color Stone Gray because I purchased this pattern, which is Bumble and Hoot by Just Nan. And isn't that the most adorable needle book? That owl got me. I did not hesitate on purchasing this. And it comes with the beads and the little felts and everything. The only thing it does not come with is I like the finishing fabric. But that's super adorable. Then I also have a few more patterns that I got from 123 Stitch. I purchased Arranging Kitchen Aids by Ink Circles. I started arranging tools and fell in love with this one. It was out of stock. When it came back in, I said, yes, please. I have Harvest Keeper by Plum Street Sampler. This has been on my wish list for forever, so I said yes, please on that. And then I went ahead and purchased Sheep Heap by Plum Street Samplers because right now I know I'm going to be stitching at least 5 of these, so this was one of them, so I went ahead and got that. And then I purchased this Kori Ibatakori Halloween and cross stitch. Yes, please. Love it. And then finally from, not finally because I see a little bit more down there, I purchased Casting a Spell by Blackbird Designs. Absolutely love this, and I saw that this case is actually in Hobby Lobby. I found it online. I have not purchased it simply because the size fabric I need to stitch this on to fit in that little case. I don't know if I want to stitch on that, so because I do love it in the little compartments. So we will see what I decide to do when I sit down to stitch it. And the remaining 123 Stitch. I purchased Give Thanks by Blackbird Designs. Absolutely love that. I purchased Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. I have all the threads for it. And I'll show you the fabric. I'm going to stitch this on in a few minutes, but this is going to be my high tea start this coming Sunday. Love it. So the fabric that I'm going to put that on, I placed an order with Fiberlicious when they were doing their 15% off order. And they don't normally ever do a sale, so I said, okay, let me go ahead and get a few pieces. I picked up four fabrics, and two, maybe three out of the four I have product for. But this is what I'm going to stitch the Halloween Quaker on. This is Jack-o'-lantern, and I got a 36 count. Let me go ahead and take it out. Yeah, there you go. Perfect, right? Yep. So that's what I'm stitching the Halloween Quaker on. Then I went ahead and picked up, this is a 32 count Joblin in Woodland. I'm thinking about putting the Cricut Collection Autumn on this. I thought it'd be a little different because of the greens. I have to do a floss toss. We'll see if that works. Then I have this is a 32 count linen in the color Blew Me Away. Love this. Don't know what I'm going to put on it, but love it. And then the final fabric that I purchased is a 32 count linen in the color Blossoms in the Mist. And it's getting a little, yeah, there you go. And I was thinking about putting the Cheshire Pumpkin by Tempting Tangles on it, but I had to do a floss toss to see if this will work for that. But I love that. So that is the fabrics that I ordered from Fiberlicious when they had their sale, and I finally got them a couple of weeks ago. Then, oh, this came from 123 Stitch. This is 28 count even weave Stormy Gray Joblin. I got this because I'm going to use this for an October start on Halloween pattern. I think that's going to be on Halloween, a Halloween start. So you'll just have to wait to see. From 123 Stitch, I went ahead and got the first part of the Tiny Modernist Christmas Village. I love that first part, and I'm going to stitch that first part and make it a drum. I do not know if I will stitch the remaining three parts, have no idea, but I loved this one enough, so I went ahead and picked it up, and know it's going to be a drum finish. I'm not going to do it all in one piece. And then I have a floss here. It is Classic Colorworks in the color Lunar Eclipse. I purchased it because for Garden of Erie, Stephanie, who is Stitch Goes My Heart, she is hosting a sale for Garden of Erie, and this is the color that she used to stitch her moon, and I thought it was beautiful, so I said, yes, please, I need that too. 3L threads. I went ahead and purchased all of these patterns up front, all the mason jar patterns. So we got the Boo Chock Full. It's cute, and I'm thinking that I'm not going to have faces on my pumpkins. I think I will like it better, and it'll be more of a fall decor piece than more of a Halloween piece. Even though it does say Boo, I don't know. Right now, I'm not married to those pumpkin faces, but it is a super cute pattern. Let's see. And then I had placed a pre-order with needle case goodies for a few items. The first thing I received was the Christmas Ornaments, Just Cross's 2019 Christmas Ornaments magazine. I have briefly looked through it. I need to sit down and really look to see, but just a few of the patterns on the cover look really cute. That's adorable. So we'll see. Then I went ahead and got, whoops, I got Heart and Hand Wee Santa 2019. I said, yes, please, it has to be mine. I need to stitch it this year. More yes, pleases. The Blue Flower. It's her Halloween acorn pattern. And then her Halloween squirrel. Yes, yes, yes. This will be a 2020 start for sure. All right. Then I placed an order with Dames of the Needle on her Etsy shop, and I picked up a couple of pieces of fabric. This is Smashing Jack in 36 count. That is more accurate. I absolutely love it. I'm on a 36 count kick, so I said yes please. And then I went ahead and picked up, I think I got this because Michelle Bendy did a piece, a stitching. I got this because I believe this is what Michelle Bendy recently stitched something on, and I really loved it, and I said I needed it. And then I picked up Pumpkin Spice Limited Edition in 32 count. That's really pretty. The only issue I have with this is that this fabric is as stiff as a board. This is not. But I will use this simply because I do love the color of it. And it's a little bit more, no, it's actually more orange in person. This getting a little blown out, washed out. All right, and then I had showed last time, I believe, a pattern from Calico Crossroads that Helen D had enabled me to get. So then when I was looking for that one pattern, I found a few others, and I picked up paperwork that will go in my bathroom. I picked up Rise and Shine because yes, this is what cats do. I picked up In Stitches because yes, this is what my Shana cat does. Whenever I'm at my sewing machine, she is right there helping me. Pre-soak. This will go in a future laundry room because my laundry room right now is a closet. Meowie Christmas because yes, Shana loves to go under the tree skirt. I've got Bun Warmer because yes, Shana likes to sit on the stove. 1, 2, 3, yes, because we have no plants in the house because Shana likes to eat them. Strung Out because yes, Shana loves to go after string and yarn, and I envision if I let her have her way, she would be doing this with all that and then eating it. And then finally, Office Monitor because yeah, they like to sit on the laptops as you're stitching, as you're working on them. So yes, so that is all of the purchases from Calico Crossroads. I found them on Etsy. These are really old patterns. There was only one copy each, so these are probably pretty hard to find. And the last thing, this is not retail therapy. This is something that I received. I actually won a giveaway. Sammy J had done a giveaway on her channel right after she came back from Needleworkers Delight, and I won it. So now I'm the proud owner of I believe this is Love. It's by Rivaris, and it's Love Grows Here, and it comes with the little charm on it, and I love this. I was super excited when she let me know I won. So thank you, Sammy. I received it, and I can't wait to stitch this. And so that is all of my retail therapy and stitchy mail. So let's move on to my giveaway. So now it's giveaway time. What do I have to give away to you this week? Well, you know how I said that I was hosting the Tired Trio Sal by Plum Street Samplers, and I went ahead and got an extra one to give away, but after hearing from some of my international stitchy friends, I decided to go ahead and get a second copy. So I have one copy for my US friends and one copy for my international friends. I'm super excited to give these away and hopefully get some of my international friends that are not able to get this pattern yet, get this in their hands and get them, let them kit it up and join me in my sal. So What do you need to do to win this? First of all, please be a subscriber. Please like this video. Please be 18 or older so you can legally give me your mailing address. And all you need to do is, if you want to be entered for these patterns, is in your comments, simply tell me where you live. Are you international? Are you US? And tell me where you live. And if you tell me that, I will enter you. And so there will be 2 drawings, one for my international friends and one for my US friends. I'm super excited to be able to give away these patterns to you. And I will draw a winner in 1 week. So you have 1 week to enter. So I'll either record again on Saturday or Sunday this coming weekend. That's right, I will be back in 1 week, and I will announce the winners of these patterns so I can get them in the mail to you. And just because that I am almost done stitching it, I'm not done with it yet, and that probably could sit like that for another month. So don't hesitate to kick this up and start and stitch with us and follow it on Instagram. All right. So good luck to everybody. And again, to enter, just in your comment, tell me where you live. All right. So that is it, my friends. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully it's not going to be too long of a video, but it is what it is. I hope you all have a wonderful stitchy week, and I will see you again in 1 week. So happy stitching, everyone. Bye.